needs to go through... Hang on, let me just check something. Oh, Jesus, that much? Okay, well, let's start again. Who needs to go through 5 years of study, straight A grades, work placement schemes, exams, and good old dissection classes to find out how them animals work, when video games can cut straight to the chase? Oh, cut straight to the chase. Did you see what I did there? As we've shown time and again in Prove It, all you need to do is complete a couple of tutorial levels, and then you'll be good to deal with invasive surgery on large and complex animals in real life. Here, treat this lion. He's got a sinus infection and hasn't eaten today because surgery, but I'm sure you'll be fine. Kids love the idea of caring for animals, with all the innocence of not having to think about the less fun side of the job. Thus, the Veterinarian Simulator video game was born.
Have you seen my dad?
I can see the appeal, to be honest. I mean, let's face it, digital dogs, cats, lions and tigers are probably much less demanding than your Tamagotchi was, which keeled over every 5 minutes, along with the 20 others wasting away in the teacher's desk drawer. However, with every video game genre comes a load of copycats and piggybackers. Oh, I'm doing very well today. Resulting in a range of vet games that were, well, not necessarily out of this world weird, just a bit odd considering what they were asking you to do. And that's exactly what we're going to be looking at today. I'm Peter from TripleJump, and here are the 10 weirdest veterinarian video games. Number 10. ZuVet. While other games just fill your clinic with meerkats until you can't stand the sight of them anymore, ZuVet throws you directly into the deep end. Released by Legacy Interactive in 2004 for Windows and Mac, ZuVet's tagline was, "Only you can save the animals." Which was exciting at first, but now sounds like more of a threat. Why only me? What are the rest of you lot doing all day? When an animal needs treatment, the map on your office wall lights up with an alert, like one of those spy maps or the paintings in Wallace and Gromit, and transports you to find that the unfortunate panda, lion or elephant has already been tranquilized and is waiting patiently for you to do strange things with sharp objects to it. While a lot of games concerning caring for animals want to keep things simple, with general sickness, fevers and fleas that can be treated with some shampoo or antibiotics, ZuVet doesn't pussyfoot, or rather pandafoot around, giving you surgical instruments for actual incisions and invasive treatments. It even gives you the exact vital signs of the animal, and also the perfect opportunity for your mother to walk in just as you decided to magnify the giraffe poo. No mum, it's part of a video game, I promise! Number 9. Zoo Hospital. While ZuVet is rather disturbingly in-depth, Zoo Hospital takes the opposite stance of vetting through fun mini-games. Everyone knows that speed is the most important thing in treating an animal, so no time for checking vitals or asking opinions from the expert keepers. Quickly, inject this blue potion into the glowing dot. Quickly, guide this Tetris piece through the bisected intestine. Somehow. Don't think about it, it's fine. Anesthetic only lasts 3 minutes, so come on, drug that tortoise. Released in 2008 for the Nintendo Wii by Majesco, Zoo Hospital's Animal Park is struggling and under threat of closure, so you've been brought in to help treat the animals and save it from being bought by some kind of shadowy corporation who wants to close it down and build a mini-golf park, which probably isn't the most watertight business plan either. To be honest, I'm unsure of how a vet would be able to keep the park open. Isn't that the job for the marketing and accounting departments? Or maybe this zoo is suffering because the PR is so bad, because everyone knows all of the animals are dying of horrendous illnesses. Oh dear, I'm not sure this place should be kept open, to be honest. Number 8. My vet practice in the country. There's a colon halfway through. Weird. Taking a step away from exotic animals for a bit, let's relax with a nice quiet venture into the world of countryside veterinarians, because I'm sure that they have the most fun out of them all. My vet practice colon in the country, in fact let's not talk about colons, was released for the Wii in 2008 by Eidos Interactive, and joins your character just as you've saddled yourself with the crippling debt of attending university, and have also managed to nearly bankrupt yourself buying a large countryside estate. What is with all these bad financial decisions? You apparently haven't even finished your studies yet, considering you're still attending basic lectures on pet care. I doubt your character even has a license to practice, but what are they going to do? Arrest you? They could actually arrest you for that, don't do that. While other animal care games don't have you worry about covering the costs of day-to-day life, My Vet Practice in the Country incorporates some resource and money management into its gameplay. While treating animals is quite literally the name of the game, things cost money, and antibiotics don't grow on trees. They grow in Petri dishes instead. In order to restock medicine and certain animal food, you'll occasionally have to venture out into the local town's incredibly specific vet supplies district. Weird. Either I'm their only local customer, in which case, again, bad financial practices, or there must be like 80 other underqualified vets in a mile radius of here, and I've got some competition to dispose of. I'll have 10 kilos of horse tranquilizer, please. Number 7. Animal Planet Vet Life. It's amazing what a video game vet degree can cover. I mean, there can't be that much difference between treating a rabbit and treating a giraffe, can there? I mean, they've both got 4 legs and a neck. One of them's just taller than the other. Developed and released by Activision for the Wii in 2009, Animal Planet Vet Life was, unsurprisingly, made in partnership with the US subscription wildlife channel Animal Planet. Player characters Jack and Abani are top veterinary students working under Dr. Rogers, and are both competing to become the newest vet for the Heal the Globe Foundation. The loser will probably, I don't know, become a presenter for Animal Planet, I guess, and I honestly don't know which is the better outcome, really. For such supposedly exemplary students, however, they have an awful lot of people breathing down their necks for routine treatments, taking temperature from the wrong end, removing quills, performing brain surgeries under local anaesthetic, injecting animals with the same weird, unnamed blue solution that Zoo Hospital had in its cupboards, and piecing together bones like jigsaw puzzles. I have to question how qualified a lot of these vets are, and God bless them, they also have to deal with the most restless pets I have ever seen. Come on, I'm just trying to stop moving your head. Let me put your eye drops in, you're not well. Number 6. Petz Vet. Everyone always asks, how are the animals? But no one ever asks, how are the vets? But that's all about to change, as when joining New Yorkie Vets as an intern, your player character seems far more interested in fraternizing with the co-workers than tending to the animals in their care. The deceptively named Petz Vet was developed by Sensory Sweep and released for the Nintendo DS in 2007 by Ubisoft, and as previously mentioned, is more of a dating simulator than an actual vet game. With character designs that look like every how-to-draw manga book in existence, you interact with Sophia, Kevin, Jason, Ian, Logan, and Sephiroth. I mean, David. Why are there so many people in this town? I just want to look after animals. Is that too much to ask? The actual vetting side of the game, there is one, is very simple. You just spam the love button to bring the animal's stress levels down, and then play Space Invaders to kill the germs. You know, like how the real vets do it. At least you only have to deal with dogs and cats, though. Wait, why have you brought an ostrich into the vet clinic? He doesn't even fit on the screen, he's so tall. You also apparently have a lot of free time on your hands, considering the amount of work you don't do, including playing tennis, bowling, literally herding cats, and devoting your time to getting the successful Date Kevin ending. Does anyone actually get any work done around here, or are they all just too busy making out with one another to deal with the literal ostrich strutting around the clinic? Is this even legal? Number 5. Pet World 3D My Animal Shelter. Until the Nintendo Switch has developed enough strange D-list license games to run out of ideas and then start releasing janky vet sims, app games are going to be the ones to drag this genre kicking and screaming into the 21st century. Developed for Apple, Android, and Amazon Kindle by Travola Games in 2016, Pet World 3D is one of the more recent titles on this list, but definitely still carries the legacy of all that came before it. Rather than having finished any kind of formal education, your character has apparently just rocked up to the local animal shelter and started an internship. Yes, an internship. You're not actually the vet in this one. No strange unnamed blue liquids for these guys. Your job is to keep brushing and feeding animals to within an inch of their lives so they can be adopted. Although the old professor who employs you honestly doesn't seem to be pulling his weight around here. I ran an entire countryside vet centre all on my own in a different game. Why do you need me to clean out the rabbit cages? Number 4. Barbie Pet Rescue. It probably isn't very surprising to you that Barbie has yet another animal game under her belt. Mattel has got a lot of playsets to sell, after all. Published by Mattel Interactive in 2002, Barbie Pet Rescue is the predecessor to the 2015 title Barbie and Her Sisters Puppy Rescue, although with a much broader roster of animals. Since Barbie is very busy, probably filling out a load of paperwork for merchandising deals, you, as the protagonist, spend your free time doing minigames with her younger sister Stacy, training the dogs, picking up wandering bunnies, and detangling the hamster's pipes. And yes, you can pet the dogs in this game. Who's a good boy? Yeah, you are. While Barbie and Her Sisters Puppy Rescue Company limited its services to only finding dogs under 8 months old, otherwise we'll leave them to die, I guess.
Please give us £1, or we'll have to pull the trigger.
Barbie's 2002 business received all kinds of different emails from worried pet owners in search of their AWOL animals that are far better animated than they have any right to be. Ugh.
Pull the trigger.
These ranged from errant cats, dogs, rabbits, and hamsters to monkeys. Again, I have to question what company can have a license to deal with cats and rabbits alongside more exotic animals like this. That monkey is going to rip your puppy's face off, Barbara. Number 3. Planet Zoo. Zoo Tycoon was a tough act to follow for Frontier Developments, but after the, let's say, interesting Connectimals, they finally developed a spiritual successor to their much-loved zoo simulator, this time with more animals. Hooray! Released in 2019, Planet Zoo is a combination of both the names and mechanics of Planet Coaster and the original Zoo Tycoon series, splitting its focus between building a slick and profitable animal park, whilst also making sure that your animals are happy and thriving. Zoo Hospital could use some help on that score, Frontier. While the original Zoo Tycoon was rather vague as to the animals' well-being, Planet Zoo is much more specialised, focusing on the individual animal's needs, although it does depend on how much free time you're willing to spend building a realistic drawbridge for your Meerkat Island. I'm also glad to see they kept the sheer exhilarating thrill of allowing you to delete fence posts and watch the animals terrorise the guests. This is what Zoo Tycoon was all about. While the actual medical care is, again, handed over to professional vets, you are responsible for the management of the happiness of the animals. And you can even choose whether to put them on contraception, something I've never really had to think about before. Those meerkats breed like rabbits, and they must be stopped. Number 2. ZuVet 2 Endangered Animals. It's back, and it's bad. 3 years after the initial success of ZuVet, Legacy Interactive released its sequel, ZuVet 2 Endangered Animals, in 2007 for Windows, Mac, and DS. You're once again back at the nameless zoo to provide veterinary care, and although things have changed since you were last here, some of the original animals are still kicking around, though barely by the looks of them. As with the first game, your office map alerts you to emergencies around the zoo, leading you to treat a range of distressingly realistic wounds. No news on whether you can get really up close and personal with magnified animal feces this time though, which is of course the most vital and important mechanic in the series. It would be ruined without it.
Diarrhea.
While your tools are basically the same as before, the zoo has seen some major staff restructuring since you were last here, as well as a bit of a graphical downgrade for some reason. I guess the reason there aren't any animated humans during these surgeries like there were in the first game is because they were saving all that budget for this incredibly realistic looking chimpanzee. Get a load of that, lad.
What? It's just an ordinary... Oh my goodness!
And number 1, Vet Emergency 2. Vet Emergency 2 by Legacy Interactive is a full-motion video game for PC and Mac, and it's quite something. Despite the fact that the whole thing is strung together with some very cheesy cutscenes, the actual surgical procedures aren't animated or in motion at all. Instead, you're just given some JPEGs of animals to click on. Honestly, we could have just put some Shutterstock images of animals on screen right now, and you wouldn't know what's gameplay and what isn't. Pretty much any real wound suturing and surgery is completely off the table, thanks to the fact that the animation budget was probably about £3, and then they spent that £3 on hiring some very bad actors.
I don't know how to say this ladylike, but he's been having a problem urinating. And today he started...
Still, you can't fault the game for its accuracy, in the sense that at the end of each diagnosis and treatment, you have to fill out the relevant paperwork, and are then given an overview of everything you did wrong. The game having registered and kept track of every single random guesstimation click you did on creams, injections, and thermometers. But hey, at least you can actually put those thermometers in actual animal bottoms. This game's great, number 1. And that's our list. But what other weird vet games did we miss out? Let us know in the comment section below. You can follow myself and TripleJump on Twitter here, and if you want to support the things you enjoy, then check out the rewards on our Patreon. Finally, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. I've been Peter from TripleJump, and thanks for watching.